Hello, beautiful souls. I'm so excited for November's energy, and that's what we're talking about today. Today, we are talking about November's energy forecast, what we can tune into, what is available for us in this month of November. And this time around, I didn't decide. It was guided for me to turn to use oracle cards for this one. And I chose to use Diane Cooper's Dragon Oracle card deck. The dragon energy right now, I feel it very strong. It's probably because we're going into this full moon. And I just feel like that higher connectional energy, the alignment with Uranus, that higher mystical side and the higher communication. I just feel like the dragons are just swirling around and they were just say, pick me, pick me, pick me to work with. I want to work with you all in November. So we are working with dragon energy today and I am super excited about that. So let's get to it. Before I even sat down to pull these cards, I felt this kind of fun lighter energy coming in for the month of November. You know, this lightness coming through, and I felt like there was this shift happening, and I feel like it's slowly going to begin. This Halloween, November 1st, ending of Mercury retrograde, kind of shifting kind of energy. Probably happened a little bit before that when Mercury went into Libra, that kind of feel to it. But I'm not here to talk about exactly all that astrology, what that means. I just feel like it's all connected and all related because, well, it is. And so I've been feeling that kind of energy kind of shifting and going and moving. And I like these cards that I've pulled and have spent some time with the energy that they're pulling in for us. And the first card we have is this Earth and Water Dragon. And I really like this card. And those who are listening don't necessarily get to see this beautiful card. It's got these green and brown, and you know, the brown has that really earthy connection. The green, I'm pulling in a lot of like heart stuff going on here, like pulling into expanding our hearts, and really this healing, this earthly healing that's happening. That's kind of like the feel I'm getting from this card. And I think it's like kind of cool because it also has this little eclipse in the background. And at the end of the month, end of November, I think the last day of November, we will have another eclipse in the sky. So it's kind of like foreshadowing, so to speak, what is going to be happening towards the end of the month, as we start to the beginning. And I have 4 cards here, and I usually look at them as week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, that kind of thing. But it also depends on when you want to work with them, and the energies kind of overlap and kind of go with each other. So the Earth and Water Dragon, what it says on here is to create the foundations for new growth. A fresh start is coming, the new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. And isn't that the season that we're really in? You know, we're in the harvest right now. We're in that harvest state, and there's so much abundance around. And some of us might feel a little constricted and not necessarily feel it because of things that are going on. And we tend to get caught up in just seeing the one inner vision and not seeing the whole picture. So, you know, you may have lost your job, or your income may have shrunk because of COVID and all that's going on in the world. But there are endless and multiple opportunities. There's other ways for you to earn income, and there's other ways for you to be abundant in your life. Abundance is not always about financial growth. Abundance could be how much love you have, how many relationships you have developed, how many connections do you have. And know that there's so much out there the universe is providing for you. And I like it because it says create the foundation. And this is a number 4 year. It's a foundational year. And like everything that we've been leading up to this point, closing out this year, beginning to go into next year, is about building that foundation. So if you maybe been a little reluctant to do it, there's still time. It's not too late to build those foundations and connect with Mother Earth. Go outside, go hiking, go to the beach, spend time outside. I know the weather is shifting in North America and places are getting colder. There's snow happening already in areas, but there's still time and there's still opportunities for you to get out and connect with Mother Earth. And she always provides for us. Nurture those ideas that you have. Those crazy ideas, and maybe you speak to them to people and they're like, no, don't do that. That's not gonna work. And I'm not one for always keeping things close to your chest, but I feel like if you're in an environment where you have those kind of people that are going to lower the vibration of the idea that you wish to create, then don't share it with them. Make things happen. Find people to share it with. There are so many people out there that you can share it with. There's so many platforms. There's so many ways to connect to people. It doesn't have to be face to face. And put your ideas out there in an environment that is conducive for you to nurture and grow it. Okay? Moving on. We're going to the air dragon. Because, why not? We had earth and water, and why not connect to the air? And the earth dragon helps you to rise above earthly matters. And, it's kind of like how I talked about this. Like, we started this conversation. I pulled in the dragons because I felt like this higher connection. Okay? Earthly matters, we are here to experience a human experience. We're here to be here, but we don't have to allow our spirit to be bogged down in these earthly matters, to get caught up in this 3D world that is still trying to hold us there. Okay, we can rise above this, and one of the ways we can do this is communicate. Communication is about listening. Last week podcast that I just did was communication as the bridge between heaven and earth. Communication is huge. People talk about relationships. What are some big tips to staying together for so long? And people say communication. But communication is not just about speaking. You have to also listen. And that's one of the things that we as a collective, if we want to rise above all that is going on, all this bickering, all this anger, all this hate, all this judgment, is to communicate. Communicate honestly from the heart space. But also listen. Listen to what other people are saying. Listen to what is going on around. Listen to other people's perspectives. And that's the one thing that the air dragon does. The air dragon rises above. It can look down. And the air represents our mental state, our clarity. So to get out of this mental state that we're in, breathing, meditation helps. But also being open to look at things from all different perspectives and all different points of view. It says on here, see life from a higher perspective. Well, if you were that star in the sky looking down, what would you be looking at? And can you take yourself, and maybe you do this in a meditation, where you take yourself and you rise above the earth and you look down and you see what you see. And you see all the different perspectives and all the different.
To see it here, but the acoustics are fantastic.
I love when Google just starts talking to me in randomly, but it's always, I always take it as a sign. And she was talking about acoustic being good to hear, and it just, to me, is confirmation, is that's we need to speak clearly and communicate clearly so that we are heard, and we need to listen and hear what others have to say and what others have to offer. Okay, so we can do this. We can move through this. You can get through it. And this can be talking about it as a collective, but let's talk it as an individual, okay? And this kind of ties into the other card, because if you have these ideas that you want to bring into fruition, to have these new opportunities, you are feeling inspired, and you have this sense of hope, right? You have this sense of hope, you're feeling inspired, you're like, oh, this is something good, I can do this. But when you start to get caught up in the earthly matters, into your mental state, into your mind, you begin to start to go, I don't know, how am I going to get this? How am I going to get it started? How am I going to get the money? No. We don't want to go there. We want to be in that state that the universe is abundant and it will provide all that we need. Everything that is out there already exists, and we just have to rise above it, and we have to go out and grab it. And that's the air dragon coming to you on this thing. Listen to other people, how they started their ideas, listen and just do. I was about to say listen, but just do. Just do it. Take that step. And one of the things that most of the time holds us back is this fear. And I recently just had heard somebody talking about this, that it's our fear of failure that holds us back. And what her father did when they sat down at the dinner table, it wasn't, how was your day? What did you do? How was your good grades? His first question to them was, tell me one way that you failed today. And I was like, oh, that's a weird question. And then she began to talk, because they talked about their failures. And then they talked about how they could grow from the failures, and realized that failing gives them wisdom, information, knowledge, and gets them a step closer to actually succeeding. Our success is measured however we look at it, but really our success happens because of all the times that we actually failed and we took that step. So take your inspiration and your hopes and fly with it without the fear. And know that your failures are not failures. You're caught, you have a safety net, and the failures are there to help you grow. Moving on to the next one, we have the golden orange dragon. The golden orange dragon expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need and remember your magnificence. Oh, I love it. Peace has been something that's been following us, and finding that inner peace. That had a lot to do with October, is finding that inner peace, that peace within, allowing the peace to set us free. And now you're being able to be that peaceful warrior. So when you're at peace and you're going out, to fight the battle, so to speak, right? Fight the battle. You're coming through it with a loving and open heart. And you're doing it from a sense of calmness and tranquility. And you can still have that firm voice, but it's not coming with a lot of aggression behind it. So the golden orange dragon is here to help you take that inner light that you have and allow it to expand outward. And part of this ascension, this rising above the earthly matters, it's about letting go of judgments, letting go of expectations, sad, fear, being in this state of being, and being in this state of knowing that everything's going to work out. Being in this state of accepting people where they are at. Because we don't all ascend at the same rate. My ascension may be here. Your ascension may be a little bit higher than mine, or a lot higher than mine. And then somebody else's may be below mine. And we are ascending at our own rates and going through our own process. And as you expand and ascend, you understand and accept this, that not everybody is where you're at, and you are not where everybody else is at. And that golden orange dragon is here to help you work with self. And when you move yourself up, when you move yourself into ascension, you help inspire others to do that. And you can share what you've already learned from a different place because you have healed and ascended. And you can help those that maybe are not as quite ascended as you to grow. You can show them the way. And sometimes that's not even about taking action with somebody else. It's just about being in the state of you. Being who you are. Holding your power. Holding your station. Holding the space for them and giving them permission to grieve and be angry and help lift them up by just holding the space so that they can go and heal and do the inner work. And the last card that we have here today is the Air and Fire Dragon. Expand your creative energies, harness your creativity, excitement, enthusiasm, communicate your passions. And we're like coming right back down to this communication piece. So communication is still really, really big for us. In this month, Mercury goes out of retrograde November 3rd or thereabouts. We still feel that a little bit of energy. Then things start picking up. And things start to really speed up again. And so just keep that in mind, that sometimes you might have to slow yourself down a little bit in order to make sure things are being communicated and heard properly. But this Air and Fire Dragon. A lot of the things that we've worked on as a collective, as an individual, if we worked with these energies moving forward, we've worked with letting go. We've worked with open up our sacral chakra, our creative chakra. We also have done some work in our navel chakra, which is between your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. And that navel chakra is that connection to other people. And it's also a fifth dimensional chakra that connects us to Atlantis. And Atlantis, they had so many innovative ideas and innovative technology. And just reconnecting to that sparks this extra creativity within you. And it can feel explosive. So you may have so many fast moving ideas coming at you. You actually might have to find a way to ground down and so that you can pull in this creative energy, and so it's not just coming in and out. You might have to find a way to kind of slow things down a little things, because it's going to be moving pretty quickly, and that's the harness part, is to slow down so that you can pull it all together and be excited about what you're creating. If you're not excited about what you're creating, then take a moment and look at what is holding you back from being excited. Is this the right thing for me to create? Is there another piece for me to pull together to create what I want to create? So if you're not passionate about it, you're not excited about it, you're not talking about it, that's a moment to pause and kind of reflect on where that is all coming from. But if you are excited about it, then go for it. Put it out there. And we started off this month and things kind of came through. And part of the feeling is that you started kind of talking about it, but you let others kind of poo-poo your ideas and like weigh it down. And then you kind of lost a little bit interest. But then you got that spark again, because you know that what it is so right and true. And if you didn't, like I said, take a moment and pause, and maybe those earthly matters are kind of getting in your way, and you have to clear them out. And you can call on these dragons to help you with this. Help clear this stuff away so that you can move into being passionate about your desires and your creations. Or the other thing is that you might have gotten more information. So you might have started off with that beginning of the month where you had these ideas and you started talking about it, and people kind of like, I don't think so. And then you're kind of like, well, let me explore this. I'm going to hold this close. I'm going to kind of research things. I'm going to kind of touch base with my higher self and see where this takes me, see things from different perspectives. You got a different light on the whole project, on what you want to create, your ideas that you had. You got some more ideas flowing in, and you're like, wow, this is all coming together. Allow it to come together. Put it together. Put that workshop out. Put the course out. Come out with that new invention. Whatever it is, design your house, whatever it is that you're creating, just like do it and just put your whole being of happiness and enthusiasm into it. Just allow it to move through you and out, because from that is where you're actually gonna create this amazing thing. And as I was like pulling this energy like from my heart up and out like it was explosion, and I happened to see the dragon card, and it has a volcano on it, and the volcano is erupting, and that's how your ideas and your creative energy is going to feel when it all lines up and you come to that place and you're passionate about it and you want to put it out there, and you know in your whole entire being that this is the right thing for you. And whatever it is, wherever it's at, this could be part of something yourself, okay? Something that you're doing yourself, whether, you're designing your house, you're creating a new space for you. This could be something on a bigger thing where you're creating something that's going to make an improvement to the world. Maybe it's a new way for us to communicate. Maybe it is a new way for the education system to work. Maybe it's a new way for moms to get together. Whatever it is, like, it can be anything. Or it could be something within your own business that's going to help your business grow and that is going to provide an amazing service to all your clients, to all the people that you're pulling in. So, this energy is so exciting. And whew, I need to take a moment. I feel like I've been like running just now because it bubbled up in me as we started talking. Like it bubbled up into me, this energy, and this is how November is going to build. This is how November, I should say, could build if this is what you choose to work with. Because, just like with all the energies, this is a choice to work with this energy. This is a choice for you to move through it. You can choose to stay stuck. You can choose to be in these lower vibrational earthly matters. You could choose not to rise above and see things from a different perspective. That's your choice. But the energy that's here to work with you or work for you it's here to help uplift you. It's here for you to be happy, to be joyful, to have fun. Creation is fun. And we constantly do this. And creating for something better for you, better for the environment, better for the collective, makes it even more impactful. And that's why we have that peace warrior and you remembering who you are, because when you create from the place of who you are and your life purpose, your soul's power, that's where the true creation is ignited, and it just blows up like a volcano. So I think that's all I have for you with these wonderful cards and this wonderful energy of November. I'm super excited to see what you all have to create. So I would love to hear from you. If you could drop a comment, you can send me an email at intuitivehearthealer@gmail.com. I would love to hear what you have going on, what you're creating, how November worked for you, how you worked with November, I should say. You can go and follow me on Instagram at Intuitive Heart Healer, join my group Intuitive Heart Healer, or on Facebook, or you can go to my website, intuitivehearthealer.com, because maybe you need somebody to hold that space to help you release some of these feelings and energies that you're holding on to, so that you can move into a creative space, ascend, find your peaceful warrior. I would love to be that person for you. So you can go to Intuitive Heart Healer, book a call, and we can talk about where you're at, what plans work best for you, and how I can hold that space and help you along the way. Until next time, go out and spread love in this world. I am sending all my love to all of you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye for now.